I'm always talking to my son about playing the game of life and understanding that life is a game. And when you're playing the game of life, you can't be playing checkers. I see so many people playing checkers, and what that means is they don't have a vision. They don't have a strategy. They're reacting to things that happen. And by reacting to things that happen, you're playing catch up. You're not playing the game of life in the way that you should be playing it. The game of life, you should be playing like chess. You should have some moves that are planned. And some of the moves that you have planned, they're 3-4 months from now. They're 6 months from now. They're a year from now. But you're working at putting the things in place in the position that within a year, you're going to be able to utilize everything that you're doing and really capitalize on it. The game of life is really about having a vision and foresight for what you want to do. And when you're focused on creating a future that you want to experience, a future that you want to enjoy, you're playing the game of life in the way that you're supposed to. But it's all about really planning what you're trying to do and having logical steps to what you're trying to do. And really understanding that even if something pops up that you didn't expect, because you have this plan, now you're in a better position to be able to, know what to do, find the solution that's going to work for you instead of panicking. Because that's what people are doing all the time now. They're playing checkers and they're waiting for someone else to do a move they didn't see coming. And then all of a sudden they're panicking. The world is on fire. I don't know what to do. And then they make snap decisions that are usually based on fear, based on emotions, that are not based on logic, not based on, philosophy, not based on strategy. They do these things just in fear. And usually what I tell people is fear and anger gives the worst advice. So whenever you see someone making emotional decisions, they're usually not the best decision for them. They're not the best decision for that situation. But when you can step back and say, okay, I have a strategy. This is my plan for the next 3 months is to do this, this, and this to get to this end goal. And if something pops up, you go to your strategy and say, okay, how does this fit? What should I do? How should I handle that? And part of it is by, you step back. You step back and you take an hour, 2 hours a day, and you really think and analyze. Okay, now what if I do this? What would happen? And if I do this, if this is my plan, how is it going to affect my plan? But if you don't, if you're playing checkers, what you're going to do is you're going to react right away. You're going to make a snap decision. And usually that snap decision, because it's emotional, is not going to help your strategy at all. It's going to set you back. And then it's going to make things even harder for you going forward. And then you feel like life's a struggle. Life is so hard. It's because you're not planning anything. You're not playing chess. You're playing checkers. So I tell my son all the time, you got to play chess all the time. Not just with your career. It's with your relationships. It's with your money. It's with everything that you do. You have to play chess. You can see where you're at right now, and then where do you want to be? And then start looking at, okay, what are the strategies and the things that I can use? The advantages, I always call them the unfair advantages. What are the unfair advantages that you can use to push yourself forward to this end goal that you have? Whether it's a 6-month end goal, a 3-month end goal, a year end goal, 5-year end goal. You have a strategy for all of those so that in 3 months, you should be in this spot or really close to it. In 6 months, you should be in this spot or really close to it. And you really have a trajectory of how you're going to get there. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to know the whole how, but as long as you have that idea, that strategy, that end goal, that experience that you want to create, now you're playing chess. If you're playing checkers and you find yourself reacting all the time to whatever's going on, you're going to be distracted all the time because you're reacting to everything. You don't have a plan of even how you're going to deal with distractions. So you're just reacting to everything and emotionally reacting to everything. Your life is probably in chaos. So you want to get your life out of chaos, you got to stop playing checkers and you got to start playing chess. It's very, very important. It's one of the big mindset breakthroughs that I had, early on in my career that really helped me to understand first how I could create the GPS for success.